Hello, students, and welcome back to your digital classroom once again. And I hope each one of you is enjoying sound health and good mood. So, what do we have for discussion today? Students, today we are going to discuss chapter 8 of your textbook Footprints Without Feet. And the chapter is The Hack Driver by Sinclair Lewis. And I am your teacher Kumarjeet Sarkar. So let us begin by taking a look at the chapter highlight. The story, The Hack Driver by Sinclair Lewis, is about a man named Oliver Lutkins. He was a cunning man who was a witness in a case, but he ignored all the requests for appearing. A young man, the narrator, was given the duty to find this man in New Million. There, he meets a helpful and cheerful hack driver. The driver takes him around the village in search of Lutkins but is unable to find him. Later on, the narrator came to know that the hack driver was Oliver Lutkins himself. The young narrator becomes the laughingstock of all. Now, let us take a look at the characters. Narrator. He is a young lawyer who is gullible. He trusts people easily. The hack driver makes a fool out of him. Oliver Lutkins. He is a dishonest man who tricks others. He receives summons from the court. He is a great storyteller. He takes up the name Bill Magnuson to fool the narrator. Students, now we will take a look at the events as the story unfolds. The narrator and his job. The narrator was a young lawyer who became a junior assistant clerk in a magnificent law firm. He had graduated with honors in law. He had been assigned the duty to serve summons on witnesses. But he hated his job when he was beaten up by some violent people. Consequently, he thought of going back to his hometown where he could have been a real lawyer. The narrator visits New Million. One day, the narrator was sent to a village named New Million to serve summons on Oliver Lutkins. Lutkins was a witness in a law case. The narrator was very excited to visit a small and beautiful village, but his excitement ended by the dull appearance of the village. The streets were full of mud and there were shabby wooden shops all around. The only cheerful thing that the narrator found was a delivery man, a hack driver, at the station. He was about 40 years old with a red face. This man drives a carriage and offered to help him in finding Oliver Lutkins. Meeting the hack driver. The narrator told the hack driver that he wanted to find Oliver Lutkins. The hack driver informed him that he had seen Lutkins about an hour ago. He told that Lutkins was hard to catch. In his opinion, Lutkins was always busy doing one thing or another. The hack driver told the narrator that Lutkins must be playing poker game in the back of Frit's shop. The driver also told that he knew most of the places where Lutkins might be present. The hack driver offers help. The narrator found that the nature of the hack driver was very friendly. The narrator bargained the fare money to $2 per hour and the search for Lutkins began. As they left to search for Lutkins, the hack driver told the narrator that Lutkins owes money to a lot of people but he never pays them off. He also told that Lutkins owes him 50 cents on a poker game. The narrator was impressed with the hack driver's wisdom. Looking for Lutkins. The hack driver introduced himself to the narrator as Bill and told him that his full name was William Magnuson. While going to Frit's shop, the hack driver informed the lawyer that his name was William Magnuson, but people called him Bill. At Frit's shop, the hack driver asked the lawyer to follow him. He inquired about Oliver Lutkins and got to know that Lutkins had gone to Gustav's for a shave. At Gustav's, they got to know that Lutkins had spent all his credit and had left the place without getting his shave. So they went to graze, where they got to know that Lutkins had gone to the pool room. However, by the time both the hack driver and the lawyer reached the pool room, Lutkins had already left. The narrator enjoys the driver's company. It was lunchtime, so the narrator offered to take Bill, the hack driver, to a restaurant. But Bill wanted to go home to his wife for lunch. Bill told the narrator that his wife would pack a lunch for them for $50. So they had lunch at the Wade's Hills. The narrator was enjoying the company of the hack driver. The driver told the narrator everything about the place New Million, the people there, and about their habits. The simplicity and humor of the driver influenced the narrator so much that he even planned to settle down in the town. Visit to Oliver's mother's place. Both the hack driver and the lawyer looked for Lutkins for a long time. Then one of Lutkins' friends suggested that they should look for Oliver at his mother's place. So they both went to Lutkins' mother's place. On the way, the hack driver described Lutkins' mother as a 9 feet tall and 4 feet thick, quick lady. When they reached Lutkins' mother's house and inquired there for Lutkins, the mother took a hot iron rod and threatened to burn them. The two escaped to save themselves. However, they searched the house, the stable, the barn, but failed to find Lutkins anywhere. The narrator returns to town. When the narrator returned to town without serving the summons, his chief got very angry with him. They needed Lutkins as an important witness in their case. He decided to send another man who knew Lutkins with the narrator to the village to bring him. Finally, the summons is served on Lutkins. The narrator and his companion went to the village the next day. They found the hack driver at the station laughing and joking with Lutkins' mother. The narrator pointed out to the driver to his companion and explained how the driver had helped him in trying to find Lutkins the previous day. Surprisingly, his companion told the narrator that the driver was Lutkins himself. The narrator served the summons on Lutkins, who, along with his mother, was making fun of the narrator. So, that was the story of the hack driver. Quite interesting, isn't it? Now, let us take a look at some of the difficult words. Students, please note the difficult words along with their meaning given here page-wise. Also take care to note the spellings. After this, let us discuss the learning outcome. So, what does this story teaches us? The story Hack Driver shows that appearances are often deceptive. Remember how the young lawyer was deceived by the looks and appearance of Oliver Lutkins. So, that is all we have from this chapter. And I hope you all have understood and liked the chapter. So until next time, I wish you all happy learning. All of you take good care of yourselves. Bye bye.